Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of A Dragon. I'm your host, Zachary Clark, and you all know my co-host, Adam Thurman. Adam, how are you doing this fine eve?
Good evening. Good Friday evening.
Good evening. Sunday evening.
Oh, she had the day right.
Did she?
I think I was like Meet the Press or something.
She's so old.
I saw a photograph last week or so. It's like just how old is she? It's like here she is at JFK's inauguration.
She was a small girl at the time.
No, she was like at least she was she was born in like 42 or something.
Yeah,
43.
That sounds right.
So she'd have been around 20 years old. Wait, 20 JFK. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Where are you broadcasting from?
Oh, I forgot. We're broadcasting live from the amphitheater where the smack heard round Hollywood took place.
Oh no.
My face is flecked with Chris Rock's spittle.
It was like Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, Will Smith viciously and brutally murdered Chris Rock on stage at the Oscars, and then they still let him get his award.
R.I.P.
Not even arrested. Just murdered him straight up. That's what I heard anyway. All sorts of rumors going around about that.
I mean, when you were born and raised in West Philadelphia.
Well, he spent most of his days on a playground, so you really... That's how things get taken care of on the playground. Some guy clowning, thinking he's a funny man, just because everybody's liking what he's saying and laughing, having a good time. Who knows not? My lady friend. My lady friend's not having a good time at all. And no, funny man, you ain't having a good time
he was
either.
Laughing. He was laughing. It's like, ah.
And then Jada's like, and he's like, time to go be a man. But this show, part of it anyway, is all about being a man.
Oh, wonderful.
So, there's some fun stuff tonight. But as usual, our first step on the fun train is the Scanner Radio.
This is pained.
What's this? Oh, it's just the scanner header. What do we got here? Who the hell is WCIL? And why was an intoxicated female arguing with her dog? Excellent meme. Actually, WCIL is a prayer chain. Sending prayers. Is this a puggle? Dressed up like Raggedy Ann with a knife?
Raggedy Ann with a knife.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be Chucky?
It is Chucky.
Raggedy Ann with a knife. Come on.
It was. It wasn't Chucky though. I don't think it looks enough like Chucky. It's just Raggedy Ann.
Well, it's a dog.
Look. Hey, I'm not a zoologist. I don't know what dogs are.
I don't know what type of creature this is.
Anyway, I like this. The scanner just posted. Old person. I can't figure it out. What's happening? I'm old.
That was good. Oh, wow. I don't know.
3700 Broadway. Shoplifter. $200 worth of groceries in a cart. Male took off running. Female is in vehicle. QPD in area.
Oh.
Oh no, baby, they're on to us. No, babe, get in the car, let's go. Nah, babe. You're gonna have to take the fall for this one. At least throw me the keys. Nah, babe, you come and get them. Chicken, chicken, chicken.
3700? Where's that?
3700 Broadway would be between 36 and 3800. Is that the county market out there?
County Market's at 24th and then 48th.
Then maybe is that where the Hy-Vee's at?
Oh, yeah, it's the Hy-Vee. It's got to be.
Guy couldn't pay the excuse me, the Biden tax on his groceries.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty high.
I guess. But chivalry doesn't live with this guy.
Chivalry.
Yeah, this is what manhood has turned into. This is the color of a man in modern America. Equality between the sexes. Not every man for himself, but every human. Especially if I'm going to be getting a rap for shoplifting. None of this. I'm out. So that was fun. Anyway, I thought it was hilarious. He's just like, you knew who I was before you got into this relationship, baby. No,
I could be tied down.
Well, I've been listening to this country mix on Spotify, and one of the songs that plays over and over again is the song. It says, "Oh man, I can't even remember how the hook is."
No, guys. It's really good.
Listen. Hold on. The road goes on forever, and the party never ends. Is how it goes, and it's like this lady, and she's sort of like having this sad life, but then her and this outlaw guy sort of get hooked up, and then they go on a misadventure, Bonnie and Clyde style, and she ends up killing a cop, but he takes the fall for her, and then at the end, he's like getting electric chaired or whatever, and she's like driving a new Mercedes Benz. And I guess bros just had enough. They're like, hey, ladies, we're all about equality here. How come it is? How come it is when I look around and all I see is all the men getting electric chaired while all the women get to drive off in their Mercedes Benz? When's my chance to drive off in my Mercedes Benz, ladies? All these country music songs glorify the sacrifice of the male. Well, I'm here to tell you it's my turn to be selfish. When is it going to be time for me to think about me, Adam?
When can I be happy?
Yeah.
When can
When can I be happy, ladies and gentlemen? It's time.
And Zach has finally reached his midlife crisis.
Oh. So, I think it's time for men to take back what's rightfully ours. But you
And
know,
buy a Mercedes.
I don't know. It's just an example. It's just this case study. Don't worry about it.
A 5.0 liter Fox Body Mustang.
March 22nd, 12:26 p.m. The Adams County Courthouse was evacuated this morning due to a bomb threat. The perimeter has been searched and all is clear. The courthouse will reopen at 1 p.m. today. Thanks for your patience and understanding. So there was an amazing fake bomb threat called into the courthouse, and the replies down below were ping-ponging between, I guess somebody didn't want to show up for their hearing today,
Yeah,
to,
pretty much. Attorney forgot to file a brief or something.
yeah, to, what about the prisoners in the jail? They didn't evacuate the prisoners in the jail? Those prisoners in the jail were subject to a potential harm from a bomb threat, and they weren't evacuated? Out of the prisoners in the jail!
They're just burping at you? I mean...
You guys, just because they're prisoners in the jail doesn't mean they're not human beings. I mean, it was at the courthouse, bro, and like that's like not even. They're connected. They're connected.
If a nuclear bomb went off, it'd be dead too.
Yeah, that was the gist of it. But in good news, they finally caught the guy that stole that garbage truck. Quincy garbage truck thief turns himself in.
They didn't catch him. He turned himself in.
The law was closing the noose. And he's like, I can't take the pressure anymore.
And it's like you
behind my door.
It's like it's a very big vehicle. It's like you can't hide it.
Yeah, they found
You can't fence it.
They found the truck like almost immediately. He just joyrode it into Missouri.
Oh, okay, I see. So he turned himself. He didn't he roll up in the truck.
No.
Jeez, I was thinking he turnn himself in that way. Be like, hey, me and Optimus Prime.
That would have been more hilarious, but no, he was probably just some rando dude.
How did he steal it in the first place?
It was parked at that firefighter training facility there on 18th. And they left the keys in it.
Oh, nice.
I'm guessing he was probably drunk. And he was probably just like stumbling, bumbling around there, and he found the thing, and he's like,
yeah, playing some Van Halen.
Yeah.
Hey, there's probably I could take this home and see how much crap I can crush.
The garbage truck was found at an old gas station in Ewing, Missouri. Just drove it to Ewing, parked it,
Yep, they couldn't afford the gas.
Yeah.
Biden tax prevents.
Or,
See, Biden's doing his job to prevent further vehicle thefts because he can't pay for the gas.
there's so many thefts of Teslas nowadays because they're just so cheap to fuel.
Uh,
You're on a high-speed chase.
you just plug it in, right? You just plug it in, and then it works. Free energy.
You got some distance from the cops. You pull over at the filling station. They have a Tesla supercharging portal. You pull up, and 45 minutes later, you'll have enough energy to continue your escape from the police. It doesn't even work anymore.
No,
Modern
you plug it
cars.
in, and it recognizes that there's an APB out for your
It
car,
shuts down
and
your
then
car.
it shuts it down. And then you have to go steal a gas-powered car. That's another felony.
Hilarious. Your car has been reported stolen, and now it shall be shut down. Flashes the lights, and then everything powers down, and it pulls you off to the side there. The door's locked. You will now wait for the police to arrive.
Happened to Tom Cruise.
Minority Report?
Yeah, exactly.
That
You
was
know what I was talking
that was a movie. That didn't happen in real life.
about. Yeah, but it will. It totally will.
Yeah, I don't see why not. With smart connect cars and whatever.
Yeah, that part. I don't know about the seeing the future.
I can already see into the future, Adam.
What can you see?
My
Don't be
brain
afraid.
interprets the inputs and then extrapolates them into like a brief second into the future, and that's what my brain is actually interpreting because you're the processing
I can travel into the
delays.
future. I can actually travel into the future, except it's regular speed.
Yeah. It's like there was this Cruise. No, not Tom Cruise. Kevin Costner
Tom
film. I can't remember what it's called now. Anyway, he kidnaps this kid at one point. He escapes from prison. And he's like, this car's a time machine. You know, that's the future, pointing out the windshield. And back there's the past. And right here's the present. So his car is sort of like a time machine. He is traveling through time and through space in his vehicle. True. But your brain sees into the future, and the things that you're seeing, hearing, and interpreting that you think are real time are actually on a. It's all a hallucination extrapolated from the sensory inputs that you receive on like a couple millisecond delay or whatever.
Yeah, how you're able to like catch a ball.
Yeah. And how optical illusions work and stuff. Is you can trick your brain into thinking something else is going to happen. And you'll see the thing that your brain thinks should happen from the inputs it's receiving. Then there's the idea, all right, so your brain's already wired up to do this. And so you could have some sort of dysfunction where this is hypersensitive, and your brain could extrapolate further, and like you could have visions of things like further into the future than that. Your brain already does this on a very small scale. Let's say that there's a way to either intentionally train that, or like you're broken in some way and it just does this automatically and you just can't function in the world because you're constantly seeing these visions of your brain extrapolating future events.
Atreides.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. Psychics are real, and everyone is slightly psychic in that you can all see the future. Slightly.
Yeah, technically. Not like
Technically correct, yes. We are currently, every single person listening to me speak is seeing into the future. Now think about how the implications of that, Adam. It's like I just said. Someone could be a freak, and they could have all this sensory input, and their brain could say, and you could see what's going to happen for 10 minutes.
yeah, but that's like but your whole you could see into the future is like your brain anticipating like events that it reasonably expects to happen, like a ball coming at you that's going to hit you. You need to move or whatever.
Yes.
What you're talking about with like, hey, it's this fox is going to come up and talk to you or something. Like, no,
No,
that's
it
not.
would work the same way, but your brain would extrapolate based the same way it sees a ball coming at you. It would see you catching the ball or whatever, and then or all the events that happen following whatever those inputs are, instead of that just immediate
And
millisecond.
that immediate thing is to actually like help you interact with the world.
Yes,
And you're like, it's not even. I bet it's not even milliseconds. I bet it's like nanoseconds.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And this part of your brain is broken in this psychic, and so then they have like a vision,
No.
and all of the things that they've seen, their brain synthesized the same way they saw the ball coming, and then but projected further into the future than a nano milli whatever seconds.
It's called imagination.
Imagination.
Rainbow. We get the rainbow. I don't know anything about
You have
that.
to sing it like that. That's how you open the portal to imagination land.
Oh, imagination. I was just the SpongeBob imagination when like Squidward gets his TV and all he wants to do is watch it, and then SpongeBob like grabs the box and he plays in the box of the TV with using his imagination. And it's so much more real than the TV that Squidward's watching.
Then does Squidward enviously try to acquire the box, get it, and then he has no
He goes in there.
imagination
He
ever.
goes in there to be a part of it, and he's just like they're all just like beep boop beep or whatever, and he's like whatever, and then like he moves. He's like this is dumb, and he goes back, and I'm like he hears like all the imagination and all their I don't know. It's yes,
It's
highly
classic
recommend.
Squidward SpongeBob interaction.
It's great because he's like he pushed the imagination, and every time he does it just with his hands, and there's like rainbows, and when Scooter does it, there's no rainbow. But of course he does it at anyways. Highly recommend watching that episode.
No, never gonna do that. I don't like Squidward. I don't like SpongeBob. I don't like that show. I will never watch
You
it.
are
I've
oh,
never seen it. I
that's
knew
such a
I knew
Squidward thing to
exactly
say.
what happened in the show, and I'd never seen it because it's so formulaic and contrived.
That's exactly the type of show you like, and you've said it before.
No, I like episodic, not formulaic.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you and
Yeah.
good night. Anyway, breaking news on World War III. Dun, 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 dun. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan will now call the Kuril Islands a part of Japan occupied by the Russian Federation. Kyoto, the Japanese media informs. On March 31st, the Ministry of Defense published a draft of the Diplomatic Blue Book of 2022, drawn up by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the Northern Territories. This territory belongs to Japan, but it has been illegally occupied by Russia. The message reads. Japan claimed
George H.W. Bush.
yes, Japan claimed that Russia must immediately withdraw its troops and abide by international law. Drums of war, drums of war, Eastern Front, drums of war.
Far Eastern.
Oh yeah.
And they, as we've covered in a previous episode, they've allegedly moved all of their aircraft away from that.
And it's also interesting because I mean I don't know anything about the cultural geography of the Russian state, but apparently the eastern section is much more autonomous and separatist from the western part of Russia.
That's what I
They're ethnically different and all this other stuff, and so in the event of a divorce, a breakup of the Russian state, that in the event that World War III do happen, I predict that part of the country would just be like, yeah, psych, we ain't rushing no more, son. Japan, you can have them islands, whatever. We're some kind of stand, probably, based on everything else over there. Tajikistan, something. Who knows?
I don't know. Let's bust out the risk map. Kirkutsk, Kamchatka.
Kamchatka. The Kamchatka mushroom people sitting all around all day. Da 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 da. System of a Down?
No, I guess not.
Apparently, although I did see that there are a bunch of Ukrainians that live on the islands that are in dispute between Russia and Japan because
What a twist!
they were variously either forced to immigrate there during various persecutions, or they chose to at some point as a mass migration, maybe away from disastrous famine, or I don't know, who knows.
Man, we don't talk about that.
What could have caused that?
We don't talk about that because that would, disparage talk.
Disparage commies? We don't disparage commies around here. Oh, anyway. Yes, but Will Smith, everyone must know by now, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock across the face. And it was from a very distasteful joke that insulted Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Chris Rock said, "Jada, I can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2."
that was it. He's like, He's like,
Jada, how you doing tonight? Can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2. And Will's like, and then he's like, no.
Jeez.
But really, after I saw pictures of her, I can see why Chris made that joke. Jada.
Oh,
Jada looking crazy.
That's not her. Who is that guy?
It's Wesley. It's Wesley Snipes.
I know.
It's not an old woman.
I saw that. I'm like, man, last time I saw this guy, he was in Blade.
That was like 30 years ago.
No, what? No, it wasn't 30. Oh, no, it was like 20.
30 years ago.
It feels like it was just like 4 weeks ago.
Some MFers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
I saw the movie for the first time like 4 or 5 weeks ago. And like I've always envisioned like that's kind of how he looked. I did not realize.
Well, he basically did look like that for like 30 years.
Yeah, no.
But no, lately he's looking sort of like a bold old woman.
He's gone eccentric.
Oh, it's a pretty fabulous outfit, though, I must say.
No, I don't know. I
like it a lot.
It doxed him points from his like sovereign citizen argument that he gained.
It's probably the thing I don't like. It's this shorts situation. If these knickerbockers that he was wearing were in fact, a full kilt, or like poofy pants that were like connected at his knees or whatever, and then like baggied out, sort of like parachute pants or something, then yes, I think that it would be a full ensemble. But like if you just like cut it off from the waist down, like the top part, I think that purple suit is straight fire.
I
Like,
thought it
if
was an
if
old.
everything below the waist, hold on, I don't even know if I can
I
do
thought
this.
it was an old lady outfit.
It looks like an elite outfit, except like I said, if like you could just like put your hand up there and just like see Wesley Snipes with just that sweet ass purple suit, bro, that's fire. That thing is icing.
It is not. It's
It is sweet. I don't know what you're talking
oh
about.
no way.
No taste. You just got no taste. It's cool.
I guess not.
I can let you in on these deep secrets.
I want to see you in that on Fancy Fridays.
I already have my burgundy sport jacket I wear
Uh,
regularly.
I need to get a white suit that can roll up those sleeves. A pink T-shirt.
But Adam, really, Chris Rock wasn't the one who suffered most from this slap. Let me give you a 47 tweet thread about how the attack on Chris Rock changes everything for Vladimir Putin. Oh, sad.
Oh
Oh, I
no.
think it's just a troll. It actually didn't go on 47. Anyway, yeah, we'll pretend
Yeah,
it's real.
yeah, it was not. It was just the guy. That's his tweet.
No, it's real. It goes on for 47 as far as you know, because I never scrolled down and showed you that it was false. But it's a real thread about how
Oh
the
my
attack on
god.
Chris Rock changes everything for Vladimir Putin.
Like that tweet thread about the guy who's like one like, and for every like I'll tell you an anime or cartoon character I'd like to F.
Oh,
And
no! It's just, weren't they all just his wife?
yeah.
Yeah,
He just said like my wife, and that's all of his tweets.
yeah, he repeated it every single time. This is who I'd like to F. Because all the cringe degenerates are like, I want to know. Give me the anime sauce.
Yeah.
Shut up, sickos! It's just my wife. These are gross. Ugh. Oh, there's a fun game. There's a fun game circulating on Twitter. It was called post two photos that are completely unrelated. Yeah, so people were coming up with great stuff. It's like completely disconnected pictures, just like this one.
Completely
Look,
disconnected, Zach.
it's the Cuban dictator Fidel Castro, right next to Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. You couldn't get further unconnected than that, as far as I could tell. They look nothing alike at all either. I just sit here and notice, except for maybe their eyebrows and their eyes, their eye shape, nose. Their nose is pretty much the mouth. Their face shape looks almost identical. Ears. You can't tell. Maybe their hair might be different. Fidel is always wearing those fashionable army fatigues with the cap, so it's difficult to tell. And old Justin there hasn't grown out his stringy beard.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he has a fuller beard
So,
that he might be using just for men. Yeah.
could be. Maybe Justin got his beard from his mom. Completely unrelated.
What was that other one?
What? What's that? Was there another? Was there another one on there? Moving on. Oh. Oh. Did you know, Adam?
Ron Perlman cannot read.
Say.
It's
Don't say. Say.
It's like he's a caveman.
Oh, it's so true. Hey, like I said before, don't hate on Ron Perlman. He's special. I loved Hellboy. But did you know that Walt Disney World has basically the same rights as a county government to self-rule its territory in Florida?
I thought I saw that and I could not remember. I don't know. I could not remember. I thought I saw something like that because it has its own. Oh, maybe it's like its underground city that it has instead of. But
It has like a town and stuff where the performers live and things
like
like this.
oh,
And whatever.
workers.
Yeah. But none of that stuff seems to indicate to me that they should have, in a corporate entity, the right to self-rule and and establish their own, you know, governing guidelines and things like that. Anyway, recently the Disney was pushing back against these punitive Florida laws that have been passed that prevent a particular group of people that are extremely interested in talking to children between the ages of kindergarten and third grade about sex, sexual identity, and gender identity from being able to do that. And it's really upset these people. They really want to talk to kids about sex, gender, sexual identity. So much that they did huge campaigns in Disney's talking about how they should pull out of Florida. Oh, we're so upset we can't talk to kids ages 6 to 9 about sex. That we gotta leave the whole state and close down one of the most famous theme parks in the earth.
That would, yeah. I heard that. I'm like, yeah, right.
That's how
Call their
bad,
bluff.
Adam, that's how bad we want to do it.
There's no
We
way.
crave
No
it.
way.
We crave talking about sex so much with these kids. Nothing's been more fulfilling in all of our lives than having these explicit conversations with 7-year-olds.
That's so messed up.
We're out. We can't handle this oppression any longer. They told us not to say. Well, we're gonna say. We'll say everything.
Including what we want to tell your 7-year-old.
Hey, teacher. Leave them kids alone.
Yes. Dad, why are you playing the music too loud? It's too loud, Dad. I'm like, embrace it.
And so Michael Malice went on a thing, and he's talking about how all these people are like in on the cabal. Well, I guess.
Oh, yes.
ABC News, which had the goods on Epstein but buried the news and did not inform the authorities, here deliberately withholds relevant info, some grades, not which ones, that would clarify the debate because the news was obfuscating the content of the bill, rhetorically characterizing it as the Don't Say Gay bill, as discussed, I believe, 2 episodes ago. Where we decided that there was nothing braver than saying gay, and how everything is gay. Saying gay is is the gayest thing that anybody can do.
And it's good.
Gay is good. Anyway. The only person at ABC News who faced consequences for the Jeffrey Epstein cover-up was a producer who they thought publicly exposed their depravity. That producer was accordingly fired, not even by ABC, but by CBS News, ABC's supposed rival. Yes, there was blatant conspiracy between
remember that?
competing entities, an explicit breach of antitrust laws.
I remember that because it was like, why is she being fired by CBS?
Yeah,
when she was working at ABC.
She didn't even work for ABC anymore. You gotta fire that lady. Yeah, she's exposed. I mean, she's breaching confidentiality agreement.
Obviously untrustworthy.
Separate entity. And despite Jeffrey Epstein's residences being very publicly rated by the authorities, not one of his clients has yet to be arrested.
Wait, what? That can't be true because he had a ledger.
They were extraditing Prince Albert, I believe.
I think
Andrew. Andrew. Was it Andrew? Prince Albert in a can? I don't know. That British guy that was like infamously like exposed publicly during the whole shenanigans. I believe he's getting shipped off. He was stripped of all of his stuff. He's getting shipped off to face prosecution, maybe. I don't know. Mike Malice says he's starting to think the conspiracy of satanic pedophiles running our country don't really have our best interests at heart. And he was he was paraphrasing Norm Macdonald, who said, "Hey, don't call me a cynic, but I'm starting to think these blood-drinking, Moloch-worshipping pedophiles who run our government might not have our best interests in mind." No, Doug. It's fine.
R.I.P. Norm.
R.I.P. Norm. Yeah, the government's evil and bad. I don't know why people keep trying to give them more power. Seems counterproductive.
Because they need to support Ukraine. Obviously. Your face is melting because you know the truth.
Supporting Ukraine seems fine to me because you need to have some sort of bulwark, ablation zone.
Yeah, and how we do that is by giving millions and millions of dollars to the FBI. And free equity and wait. It's all part of the aid package, Zach.
All right, you lost me again. That's cool, bro. We can't keep moving. All right,
it's all part of the aid package.
Let's get into the meat and potatoes.
The $18 billion aid package or whatever. It has all that stuff.
Adam, did you hear about the new book?
Oh my god!
The new ultra
figure out how to end this thing.
Ultra radical feminist book coming out. It's so ultra radical feminist. It's the case against the sexual revolution by radical feminists.
Radical feminists adopting traditional sexual ethics.
Yeah, a new guide to sex in the 21st century. With such radical feminist titles as Forward. I'm sorry, that joke was amazing. Yeah. Sex must be taken seriously. Men and women are different. Not all desires are good. Loveless sex is not empowering. Consent is not enough. Violence is not love. People are not products. And chapter 8, my favorite, marriage is good.
Oh my gosh. I don't remember seeing chapter 8.
Yeah, and that's what the current environment has actually turned created schisms in leftist identitarian groups. So now, like, radical feminism is returning to like trad conservatism, and it's not just that. I've seen also gay guys coming out and saying, "Hey, I do not want to see LGBTQ plus anymore. I am not associated with the mother and lettuce. I'm a G. I'm a G. I'm not an LGBT. I'm just a G. I don't know what else those guys are doing, but they ain't me, bro." It's because of this interesting reactionary pushback that's aligning radical feminists and gays with like trad casts and stuff. Very interesting times we're living in here, friendo.
Yeah, absolutely.
This guy wasn't happy about it. Lamau. So this book by some Louise Perry is soon to be out in the world with a preface by our dearest Kathleen Stock. Just look at the chapter titles. OMG, the masks are truly off. I don't know, but I think that the book and the contemporaneous responses by people of those different identitarian groups are a reaction to a certain other mask coming off. And it just looks
You mean the COVID masks, of course.
The mask just looks like a slightly skinny fat
Surgical.
white guy with those slightly tinted aviator
The amber tint or like the mirrored tint?
amber tinted.
Oh no, Stanley Tucci.
When that mask came on and revealed the face underneath, everybody's like, "Why do you want to talk to 7-year-olds about sex so much?" No, it's not sex. We're not talking to them about sex. We're just having guys dressed up in purple monkey suits with an exposed anus and a dildo hanging off the front about stories and sexuality.
And if you think that that's bad, don't worry. We've got judges who don't think that's bad.
And in fact, I think that we're really punishing people who look at exploitative videos and pictures of children being raped are really being punished too harshly by providing a market for the creation of and continued exploitation of these children. Prison? Really? I guess, but let's see if we can whittle that down to as light a sentence as possible for these guys.
Too close.
Very interesting. Very interesting times indeed.
The radical feminists are like, can we just return to the 90s and start over?
Yeah, there is an interesting, and like I've talked to you about this, an interesting slant and shift in the cultural position of people, and it's all rotating back toward traditional conservative, like social institutions. So a return to marriage and gender roles and the
Yeah. It's just a construct, is what I heard. Like, for the past 15 years, and now it's like, wait, maybe our ancestors, over the past 10,000 years had it right. Well, wait, sorry, 7,600 years
7,600 years according to the Byzantine calendar.
had it correct.
Well, our good friend George went on a small rant.
Oh.
He is quoting a anonymous trans man. Trans man says, "It feels like everyone avoids me now, like a predator. I feel lonely and mad all the time. When I reach out to share my feelings of emotional starvation with other men, they tell me to shut the f up and deal with it. As if this is supposed to be normal." When I share this with my partner, she tries to comfort me. Though for some reason, that makes me mad. Like, she'll realize how weak I am and leave me for someone stronger. I feel hysterical all the time. I simultaneously want to cry on someone's shoulder and push them away. Oh, I just don't
That's
understand.
that's borderline personality, but whatever. You going?
Nobody wanted me. Nobody warned me. It'd be like this. I thought doors would open, not find every even more bolted shut. I feel trapped in my own body and mind. Other men suggest they're all going through this, but that's just not possible. Men aren't really going through this stuff every day of their lives and having it be ignored. But that's just not possible. How do any of them get out of bed in the morning? Meanwhile, therapy. Yes.
Men will literally learn everything about the Roman Empire rather than go to therapy.
Yeah. Uh, hey, if you didn't know, men and women are different, and
As we know from our radical feminist friends.
the culture has for quite some time now been captured by women and feminists who have now the uh, preeminent narrative about men is that they are privileged oppressors and they control women, and through this patriarchal system, keep them excluded from the halls of power, etc.
Yeah, it's Marxism except with between men and women.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And they don't know. They just don't understand, and they dismiss and rationalize all of the things that make being a man hard, while emphasizing and highly valuing all those things that make making a woman hard in the world. And that creates this siloed narrative where, oh man, they just have it so good, and they don't understand that everyone suffers. And we actually have it much worse than you, but we're men, so we shut the F up about it and get on about our day. But down the thread, it was cool because it referred this thing that I had seen back from 2006, where this woman had put out this book and she had done this social experiment. She called it Self-Made Man. And it's this lesbian woman, and she had herself made up like a man, and she would enter into these male social groups and try to find out, oh, how do men interact with each other and stuff. And she's like, oh my gosh, these guys, they aren't like the stereotype that I've been led to believe by the narrative. They're actually human beings. uh, So it's nothing new. People just choose to forget and continually choose to forget. And it's just like whenever they say, Black Panther's the first superhero movie about with a black guy in the lead. And you're just like, what about the 90s? They're like, shut up. You shut up. Nothing has ever existed before 2019, okay? uh, so, I don't know. Hey, maybe... And it's not even that I think that we should try to make it better for men. Because I don't even know what that looks like, right? If you start taking like a blinders off assessment, I think that the struggle is an important part of living. You need to have it. It actually forges you into having a character of resilience and whatever. So I don't know. You should actually have a hard life, but not one that cripples you.
And what if, Zach, what if for the guys, there could be like a helper to help them live this hard life?
Maybe one that's empathetic and sensitive and caring and kind and helps take care of things.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Well, they go out and fight and sacrifice.
Yeah, and so that you could
like they have
do the hard things
rules
as a guy, and then
no, you're talking crazy talk now. Nothing like that would ever exist. What even would that look like? Would it be like almost like it would look sort of like a man, but like softer? Maybe smell nicer, probably.
Wearing sundresses, obviously.
Obviously. Oh. No, gender's fake. Don't worry about that. Here's another one. Hey, Adam, have you ever gotten the wrong side dish with your meal? You're sitting there at the restaurant and you're like, you ordered the steak fries and it came back with a baked potato, something like that.
I don't think so. Usually it'll be like someone comes on and it's like completely like the different thing. It's like obviously this is a different table, and then like they go and it's like, oh, it's table this, and it's like, and then that goes there.
So you send it back?
So I don't send it back. It's like, oh, it's their food. It's not my food. It's their food.
Never send it back.
I don't think I've ever sent it back.
The sweet abuela who owns the local cafe brought me the wrong food, but I'ma just eat it and not complain because I'm a man. I've never sent it back. One time at a Denny's, a waitress who was clearly on a nice mix of alcohol and drugs brought me a gigantic basket of chicken tenders when nobody asked for chicken anything, and I gave her a 50% tip anyway so she can buy more blow.
Oh
no! This is how the
tip. She got the order completely wrong.
This is how the world should work. I always cringe when people send stuff back because, like, one of the sides is the wrong thing. Lamau. Yeah. Chicks, they're definitely sending it back. I ordered green beans without bacon in them, and these green beans have bacon, so I need to have this thing replaced, please. Thank you very much.
Aren't you gonna send this back for me?
Oh yeah, it's like no, just eat it. What? It's got bacon.
It's not that different. Just here, I'll take the bacon from my burger, and here you go.
Yeah, it's good. It's fine. I'll eat the green bean. I want my own. Hey, have you ever heard of Goth IHOP? So tell me, where is this Goth IHOP, oh wise traveler? Apparently this was just a meme created, like, in the internet. And then someone replies, I'd check all three of those out, probably the middle one the most. And then this guy says, left one, with blonde highlights. I definitely ask out for coffee and pancakes. Discuss nihilism and entropy until the sun goes down. Drive her home safe and sound. No hanky-panky. Say, thanks for the chat. Have a nice life. Never see her again kind of situation. You understand?
It's like an indie film.
And I believe that this was from... Finally! A real love story! Oh, so good. So good. So good. And by the way, I just need to share this with everyone tonight. With or without context, this is still the most powerful Wojak ever created. So it's a Wojak with a blue cap. He's got like a camping backpack. He's got blood splattered all over him. And he says, as I killed my future self, he thanked me. Why did he thank me? Oh, what time we at? 10 to, all right, we gotta wrap this thing up. One more look at birds. I don't even know if we could get into it. Anyway, a man found some barn swallows nesting in a barn, and one of the babies was smaller than the others and injured, clearly broken wing. But the wing, strangely, had been bound up with horse hairs as a kind of splint. Slowly, as the bird recovered, the hairs were removed one by one until he could fly and was completely healed. I was called to revisit the Council of Ravens post, and this was one of the replies to it. And clearly, I agree, and Adam also agreed that this implies that birds should be baptized.
You should set out a bird bath for them.
They have human souls, as indicated by their human-like behaviors. We need to convert the swallows and ravens to Christianity. So
I think that they are already I think they are just, holy creatures. They're not like
they never fell.
Mired.
Yes, it could be. What if? I don't know, because this is Buck Wild. Off into Crazy Town. Ravens and stuff had their own fall.
There was a raven Jesus?
No, maybe not, because they might not have had the Messiah come yet for the ravens.
Oh, so there's just like
they might be living under the law still, the law of birds.
Or what if it's like the angels and you don't have, some of them are like holy still and some are not.
You ravens can eat and pick of any of the shinies, but not the shinies from this tray. And then
the thing I mentioned to you was I've been reading Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, and when all four kids get to Narnia, they're following this Robin. Edmund is kind of skeptical. He's like, "Oh, this could be leading us into a trap." Peter's like, "Come on, it's a robin. Surely, if there's any evil birds, a robin would not be one of them." And then Edmund's like, "Oh yeah, I guess so."
How would Satan appear to a crow in order to deceive it? As a serpent again?
Yes.
Something else?
Before that, you gotta be careful because like snakes, like that's their. I don't know how many times I've seen hawks or eagles swoop down and kill snakes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, it would have been in pre-fall for crows and whatever, so maybe.
I just saw it a couple weeks ago. Scream! And then like
my dad murdered a rattlesnake.
Good.
It was
he
murdered
one of Satan's creatures.
It was rattling, keeping a guy hostage inside of his car. Done him in. Pa-pa. And then he posted his severed rattle on Facebook like a trophy.
He shot it?
Based.
Did he shoot it?
I don't know how he killed it. He didn't say. I wouldn't imagine.
hope he unloaded like
I wouldn't imagine
a bunch of 223 on it.
I wouldn't imagine he would have discharged his concealed carry in town in like Austin into a rattlesnake.
That would be based.
It's all based. He's in the chat. Eugene, how did you kill it? Tell us all, and also the FBI that are listening in.
Please tell us it was firearm discharge.
He does say helpmate with boobs. Probably in response to our...
He killed it with boobs?
Helpmeet. The person that's helping men
Okay.
with boobs.
Help mates or help meats?
Oh, he killed it.
What did you say?
He killed it with a shovel. Help.
Oh, that's. You know what? Okay, classic. That's a classic way to go.
All right, folks. We need to wrap this up. We're late. All right, and as usual, closing out the show with our ice cold fact of the week, straight from Ice-T's Twitter feed. Ice cold fact: blood makes you related. Loyalty makes you family. Ice cold fact. Ice cold fact, straight from Ice-T himself. Shovel struck his head off. All right, folks, you got to do that too because rattlesnakes can actually still envenom you after they're dead if their head bites you. So you don't want to mess with that. Anyway, folks, that's our show for tonight. Really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, smash that like button. Subscribe to this channel. Share it with your friends. You can either ring that bell and get alerts every time we go live or post one of our new videos out there. You can follow us on social media. Our social media is on the screen at Adam S. Furman and at Zachary W. _Clark, as well as at Triggered_Media. Adam, did you have anything you'd like to add here at the end of the show?
No, I don't ever. I need to come up with something. I do.
All right, folks. That's it. That's the show. And we will see you next time on Triggered.